Now on CoastTV News.
Milton makes a decision on marijuana business in town, what locals are saying about it. And a preview of Tuesday's Democratic primary for Delaware governor. Well, crime is climbing in Georgetown, why police are asking for your help. And a pride flag vandalized in Rehoboth Beach. Investigators are looking for the suspect.
And for Tuesday, it's not only going to be about the ballots, but a bit of a beach breeze as well. Your full forecast and details of your primary forecast coming right up.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
There will be no hot shops in Milton after tonight's town council meeting. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to our News at 11. We begin tonight with the Milton Town Council passing an ordinance. The ordinance means Milton will not allow any marijuana business in town whatsoever. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy says while some people may want it, the town just simply doesn't have the space for it.
Marijuana shops in Milton.
It's a business. It's better than McDonald's.
Was a huge topic of discussion for the town council Monday. An ordinance to ban any and all cannabis business within town limits is what brought many neighbors to the meeting. While the ordinance passed and no shops will be allowed, some think it would be fine to have. Martine Downing says as long as there are laws to keep things in line, there should be no problem with people buying it.
I would not object to it as long as the rules, good rules apply to it. I think if you are a person who has a good brain and knows the do's and don'ts, you would know how to apply it.
Milton Mayor John Collier says Milton is too small for these shops, and with the laws on how far they have to be from a school, there would be little space to put them.
Now that the Milton Town Council has voted against this, that makes for another coastal town or city to say no to recreational shops or any other place to purchase marijuana.
Rehoboth Beach, Dewey Beach, and Lewis have all also banned the recreational sale of marijuana. Marty Barrett thinks it was the right move.
Not sure whether or not it leads to other harder drugs or not, but if you take out the possibility, it may be something that the town may want to avoid.
A much anticipated discussion ends in no marijuana businesses for this coastal town. In Milton, Brendan Conroy, Coast TV News.
New tonight, Delaware State Police are searching for a suspect accused of robbing a Laurel restaurant Sunday night. Troopers say it happened around 10:22 last night at Tacos Chabalita on Sussex Highway. Police say a man entered the restaurant, assaulted employees, stole money and damaged property before assaulting another person with a hammer. The suspect is described as a black man about 6 feet tall, wearing gray sweatpants and a white or black t-shirt. If you have any information, contact Delaware State Police. Well, Rehoboth Beach police are looking for a person they say stole a pride flag from a business and threw it away. You can see the person there on your screen. Police say the crime happened on the boardwalk between Rehoboth Ave and Delaware Ave. This caused damage to the flag as it was later recovered by the store owner. And this is not the first time this has happened in Rehoboth Beach. In July, you can see there on your screen, 2 teens stole a pride flag from a house on Maryland Ave. Georgetown police say crimes are up as its population grows, but they need people to speak up if something is wrong. Police say they don't want language to be seen as a barrier since they do have officers who speak Spanish. One of them is Patrolman Uriel Romero, who joined the department 6 months ago. Police emphasize if it is another language, they do have technology for both parties to understand each other.
I know it's a lot easier for them to communicate with us if they see us, They're more open to tell us of what's going on because, some of them are scared to report stuff because they don't think anybody will listen to them. But we're here to listen.
And police remind the community that if they are victims of a crime or see suspicious activity, they can provide information by visiting the station, calling, or messaging through Facebook, and they can remain anonymous. Well, even though summer is winding down, Ocean City is jam-packed with events this fall, specifically at the Inlet parking lot. The town says to accommodate several events such as OC Bike Fest and Ocean's Calling, the inlet parking lot will be closed from September 10th until October 13th. The Endless Cruisin' event will wrap up the needed parking lot closure. The town says plan to leave early and stay a little later to avoid traffic buildup during these next 2 months. Officials say the Ocean City Beach Bus is an alternative to trying to find parking in the busy downtown area. And speaking of Ocean City, let's take a live look into Ocean City now from our Hershey Exteriors camera. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at the weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Christina. And so we're going to stay at Ocean City as far as our current conditions are concerned. We can see the shimmying of the water actually with the lights there dancing, but we're still staying relatively quiet and tranquil at this moment, the day before the big time debate and the primary. Now, temperatures are going to fall into the 50s by the early morning hours, into the 50s. Fortunately, this time around, we're not going to fall into the 40s. This morning, we dropped into the mid 40s. I mean, 46 degrees to be exact, and that was only 3 degrees away from tying the record low, which was actually set in 1986. Now, overall, we're still staying very clear right now as you take a look at our live radar, and we're not concerned about precipitation today or tomorrow or the day after that. In fact, we're going to be smooth sailing as far as avoiding the rain is concerned for this week. Coming up, we're going to talk more about what to anticipate with the morning chill in the air, because that, Christina, is what's going to get your attention.
Uh-oh. Okay, thank you, Paul. Well, the countdown is on for the one and perhaps only debate between Vice President Harris and former President Trump. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how both candidates are doing debate prep in their own way, while voters say they're more excited and interested than ever to watch the two go head-to-head tomorrow night.
In the final hours before tomorrow night's critical debate, Vice President Harris prepping in Pennsylvania.
Are you ready, Madam Vice President?
Ready. Former President Trump at Mar-a-Lago as new polling demonstrates just how much is on the line. A New York Times Siena College poll of likely voters finding Mr. Trump ahead of Ms. Harris 48% to 47% within the poll's margin of error, with 28% of those surveyed saying they need to learn more about Vice President Harris. Even some of her supporters looking for answers on the debate stage.
I hope to learn a lot of good things about her and what her plans are to help us the next few years.
Trump backers with this advice.
Don't call her names, just stick to the issues.
The former president on the attack over the weekend.
We're run by stupid people. Stupid people. And we found that out at the debate with Joe. How did that work out? And we're going to find it out again on Tuesday night.
And on social media, renewing threats of prosecution against anyone he deems to have cheated in the election. In a new radio interview, the vice president sharing her mindset for the rivals' first ever face-off.
There's no floor for him in terms of how low he will go. And we should be prepared for that. We should be prepared for the fact that he is not burdened by telling the truth.
Her campaign releasing a new ad with former Trump administration officials criticizing their old boss as a threat to democracy as he prepares on policy, with polls showing more voters trust him on the all-important issue of the economy. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, we're just getting started here at 11. Still to come tonight, the latest version of the iPhone has been unveiled, what the new smartphone can do. But first, hear from the two candidates vying for the Democratic nomination in Delaware's governor race ahead of tomorrow's primary.
And here's a look at your Delaware primary forecast in detail. We're expecting by 11 o'clock, temperatures in the 70s will peak at about 81 degrees. Your full forecast coming up in just 60 seconds.
When MAGA extremists took away our rights,
Kyle Evans-Gay took action.
Kyle fought for her daughters and ours in the state Senate, delivering the strongest abortion protections in Delaware history.
She took on the NRA to ban assault weapons and protect our communities.
Led on securing our vote and our democracy.
I'm Kyle Evans-Gay, and I'm running for lieutenant governor because a new generation will champion reproductive freedom and fight for our families. Let's do this, Delaware.
Some people will stop at nothing to get your stuff. Get solid security and protect yourself from theft, fire, and accidents with American-made Rhino at Southern States in Milford. Experience peace of mind with financing available when you buy local from the only Rhino dealer on Delmarva. They'll deliver and set it up for you too. Ask about Rhino's Thank You for Your Service rebate program. Protect your stuff with Rhino. Everything else is just storage. Securing Delmarva one safe at a time. Southern States of Milford.
Gorgeous weather is what we've been enjoying coming off this weekend, and it looks like we're going to have pretty good looking weather for tonight going into the big time primary voting day for tomorrow. In Laurel, courtesy of our Tyndall's casual furniture camera, we're at 55 degrees right now, already at 55. You kind of want to pump the brakes on that dropping of the temperatures, but we're going to stay in the 50s according to the latest model. Between you and I think we're going to drop down to 50 degree even, maybe even 49, but we'll wait and see if the models will hold true. So 57 in Redden. Right now we're at 62 in Millsboro, 58 degrees currently in Milton, and 63 right now in Lewis. Now, temperatures are actually a bit warmer, tremendously warmer actually, from 24 hours ago in Ocean City, where we're 11 degrees warmer than we were at this exact same time yesterday. But remember, this morning we woke up to temperatures almost record low. So temperatures in the 50s, not such a bad thing, because we were so close to getting to that record low. Now, remember, the norm is 63. So even when we fall into the 50s, that's still way below where we should be for this time of the year. An interesting trough is beginning to slide through because it's really more bark than bite. Not really going to cause any rain or significant cloud cover or anything of the sort. We're going to pretty much stay clear. We have so much in the way of a dominant high pressure system behind it that in a sense it's erasing the effect of this for us, but it's causing still some scattered showers that's swinging right into the boroughs of New York. But that's them in New York. We were in the 40s this morning, 46 in Georgetown and in Salisbury. Temperatures are expected to stay in the 50s tonight throughout all of the Delmarva Peninsula. That should be about it. The primary forecast. Now, polls open 7 o'clock, and we'll open up with some sunshine at 59 degrees. By lunchtime voting, 78 and still sunny. Hardly a cloud in the sky at 4 o'clock as we warm to the lower 80s. And then by 7 o'clock, 77, still staying sunny. So, like we said, that trough, much ado about nothing. 82 for the high in Georgetown, Millsboro, as well as Seaford. We slide over towards Cambridge, and we're looking at 82 degrees there as well. Well, can we pull a hat trick with 82s? No, we'll be close. 83 in Berlin, Snow Hill, Pocomoke City, Salisbury, as well as Princess Anne. But one of them may actually settle down into the 82 range. So for lunchtime, Tuesday, we stay clear. By the evening time, in the 50s and 60s, we still stay clear. Wednesday, we stay clear in the morning time. And then by the late evening hours, we're just not seeing any cloud cover whatsoever. So we're looking at 2 days of sunshine in Chincoteague, then a few clouds by Thursday. Assateague's going to follow the same general pattern. Ocean City, we're looking at cloud cover for us on Thursday, and we're looking for cloud cover on Thursday in Lewis and Rehoboth Beach. One quick note, Francine now continue to churn throughout the Gulf and expected to strengthen to a Category 1 hurricane. We'll monitor that. Tonight, 54 and clear. Tomorrow, 82 and clear. And then for Wednesday, 81. A cool, crisp start, but sunshine indeed on tap. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast.
Thank you, Paul. Well, it's one of the biggest races in recent Delaware political history, a bitter battle for the Democratic nominee for governor. The two frontrunners, Lieutenant Governor Bethany Hall Long and Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer, each facing scrutiny and mudslinging, and each touting unique experience they say makes them the best candidate for the job. And considering this is a highly Democratic state, it's likely that Tuesday's winner will be the next governor. CoastTV's Madeline Overturf sat down with each of them.
A 20-year state legislator and a self-proclaimed outsider. Bethany Hall Long and Matt Meyer, both Democrats vying to be governor, who say they understand Sussex County.
They have the same challenges that we have in other places in the state, challenges with schools, challenges with the affordability of housing, challenges with healthcare, challenges with the environment and climate resiliency. We're not making promises, we're making plans, we're turning those plans into progress.
4 major things in 4 years: economics, education, healthcare, and quality of life. And those are the things I'm going to fight for our entire state, but I'll bring that Sussex roots with me through and through.
But the policies are overshadowed by a race both acknowledge as negative.
In Sussex County, we have had multiple attack ads sent out. And this PAC says that you broke the law.
Yeah,
Did you?
and no, let me be emphatically clear. When we discovered how we needed to transition from lieutenant to governor, we reviewed our finances and needed clarification on how much we had loaded our campaign. Let me be crystal clear. I have never used, nor my family, campaign funds.
This ad is alleging that you turned a blind eye to blatant acts of sexual harassment.
Not only is it false, it's a coordinated attack. We disciplined the officer. He never worked another day in county government. They're now, because it's politics, they're just trying to lie and say that I had anything to do with this. There's no place for someone to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars of a single entity, spending hundreds from out of state, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to take somebody out. It's totally inappropriate.
But you yourself just authorized an ad using clips from WBOC News for political gain against your opponent.
The agency says she profited off her campaign for governor.
There are very serious allegations that are very serious findings that the former chief of the FBI in Philadelphia, a retired forensic accountant, looked and said hundreds of thousands of dollars are missing from the lieutenant governor's campaign account. We think people should be informed about that. Everything we're saying is absolutely factual, and we just are presenting the facts. We want people to draw their own judgment.
So you don't view that as an attack ad?
I don't know. I think people need to be informed.
Meyer is referring to this report commissioned by the Delaware Department of Elections. It found Hall Long's campaign finance to be incomplete and inaccurate.
Listen, there are no charges. There is no fraud here. There is no illegal activity.
There are some things in this report that, including $170,000 put on points credit cards, which your attorney said is not illegal. It's not. But do you think that's right?
I can share with you this. In our rebuttal, we made it emphatically clear my family has never benefited.
Hall Long and Meyer both say they are victims of lies.
And the negativity has been disgusting. The flat out libel, the slander against my family and me with my ethics and my credibility, it's been really disappointing.
What these outside PACs and my opponent is doing is they're sending out texts and things that make up stories about us. And so, in an election with days to go, you just hope the public out there is smart enough to say, no, we want to look at policy.
Policies both say they know how to implement on day one.
And I really want people, when they go to the polls, to know when they vote for the second woman governor and America's first nurse governor, they had the most trustworthy, transparent, caring governor they will experience.
I'm not an insider, I'm an outsider looking out for people. I think tomorrow Delawareans are going to choose public service, not self-service.
A bitter battle for the governor's office likely decided this Tuesday. For CoastTV.
And both Meyer and Hall Long say they will entice medical providers to Sussex County. Both say we need affordable housing. Both also pledge absolute transparency as governor. Those full interviews can be found on CoastTV.com. And tomorrow's primary election comes after more than a week of early voting. Polls open tomorrow at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. And we will have extensive coverage of the key races in Delaware tomorrow night here on Coast TV News. Well, up next, some trouble at the Seaford Community Garden, why its founder is stepping in to clear things up. But first, check your tickets. The Delaware Lottery is looking for a lucky winner in Lewis.
Marty Rendon is ready. Building on his legislative work in Congress and UNICEF, Marty chairs the Legislative Committee of our Delaware Human and Civil Rights Commission, and he knows how to unpack the issues that matter most to you: traffic, healthcare, education, overdevelopment, and more. Marty's ready to fight for his neighbors in the greater Lewis, Rehoboth, and Dewey Beach communities.
The only baggage I carry is yours.
Vote Marty Rendon on September 10th.
So here's my back to school haul. Backpack from Cali, kicks from Luz, accessories by me, and new fast internet from Extreme. Our basic internet was not going to cut it. See you in class.
Go back to school with best-in-fast internet and Wi-Fi from Extreme. Save on speed from 250 meg up to 1 gig, including whole home Wi-Fi with advanced online security and parental controls. Packages start at $19.99 a month for a year. Call 844-EXTREME2 for details.
There's no issue where politicians, Republicans and Democrats, have failed more than immigration. A crisis at the southern border, drugs flooding our communities. We need leaders who reject toxic politics and get stuff done. Larry Hogan knows how to get results. In the Senate, Hogan will be the key independent swing vote to secure our border and fix the broken immigration system. He's a proven leader. Larry Hogan for Maryland.
I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
NBC News Daily, weekdays at 1 on CoastTV.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
The Delaware Lottery Office has a $75,500 prize waiting to be claimed, and it might belong to someone on our coast. This lucky win was from tickets bought at the General Store in Lewis. That's located in the Peddlers Village Shopping Center. And concern is growing at one Sussex County community garden. Members of the Seaford Community Garden are upset that people are taking from private gardens instead of the public one. Community garden leaders say the misuse is frustrating for members with private gardens. They say if anyone needs the food, to use the public giving garden respectfully. Founder Cassandra Dayton says she hopes to clear up any confusion about the garden's different uses.
We are having signs that a little more specific to which each garden is, so that if we're not here, they can read it and figure out on their own the details of which each garden is providing.
The founder says they do not plan to heighten any security at the Seaford Garden. She says this is the first issue they've had and hopes the community continues to respect their space in that part of Sussex County. Well, your smart devices may be getting even smarter. Tech companies are rolling out new phones with artificial intelligence brain power. Monday, it's Apple's turn with the new iPhone 16. Emily Schmidt reports what experts say you can expect as AI becomes a real part of your phone experience.
iPhone 16 is amazing.
It's smart for Apple CEO Tim Cook to hype what the company hopes is the next big thing. But at Monday's hardware event, smart shifted to what Apple calls a personal intelligence system.
It marks the beginning of an exciting new era. And here it is.
This is the first Apple smartphone built for generative AI, putting the world you live in into a new perspective.
With just a click, boom, your iPhone instantly pulls up restaurant hours, ratings, and quick options to check out the menu or make a reservation.
Siri's interface is changing from when you activate it. There's like a glow around the entire iPhone screen. Siri sounds more natural, more like a human.
The reviews editor for Wired says while Apple made AI headlines, others have already made AI headway.
They're definitely one of the last to sort of jump into this from the perspective of like Samsung already did a little bit. Google just announced their Pixel phone and they had a lot of generative AI features.
Samsung says you could use its Circle to Search feature to find out more about a plant in a friend's photo. Google highlights how its Gemini chatbot could transform your emails.
What would normally take me minutes, Gemini does in seconds.
Apple also promoted its upcoming new watch, which it says can help detect sleep apnea, and its AirPods Pro model, which could come with a clinical-grade over-the-counter hearing aid feature. The pitch, you can know more when you let AI do some of the thinking. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
Apple says the new iPhone 16 price will start at $799. The iPhone 16 Pro will cost $999. That's in hundreds, by the way. And you can pre-order both beginning Friday and in-store September 20th. Well, coming up in sports, Sussex Tech field hockey starts off its season with a big win at home. You'll want to stick around for the highlights. And the world remembers James Earl Jones. The iconic actor known for his powerful voice in Star Wars and The Lion King has died at 93.
Here's a look at your golf forecast. Tomorrow is going to be a perfect tee-off time. And in fact, it's going to be a perfect time no matter what time you swing, because it's going to be chilly early, warming sunshine, and a high of 82 degrees.
Delaware needs campaign finance reform like HB 292. So why is Bethany Hall Long silent? Maybe because she broke the law. An investigation by a former FBI chief confirms Hall Long paid herself nearly $300,000 from her campaign, then falsified records and lied about doing an audit. Tell Bethany Hall Long to support campaign finance reform bill HB 292. Paid for by Change Can't Wait PAC. Learn more about Change Can't Wait PAC at elections.delaware.gov.
The Camry legacy is earned through decades of continuous improvement. For timeless cars and lasting memories. Right now, buy a Camry with 3.99% APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Joel Wharton, Sussex County farmer. Don't wait until after harvest to plant your cover crops. Consider broadcasting or interseeding cover crops into your standing cash crop. Early establishment provides more growth potential and more soil armor over winter. It also saves time because after harvest, the cover crop is already growing and protecting the soil, cycling nutrients, and preventing erosion. To learn more about the benefits and ways to establish cover crops early, contact the Sussex Conservation District because every acre counts.
At the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's, this is why we walk. This is why we walk. They're why we walk. And you know what? This is why we walk too. We walk in the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's because we're getting closer to beating this disease. But to get there, we need you. Join us. Hey.
In Delaware, a family earning $67,000 a year pays the same tax rate as one making $67 million. I'm Matt Meyer, and you don't have to be a former math teacher to know that's an outrage. As governor, I'll make the super wealthy pay more in taxes so working people can pay less. By making state taxes more fair, we'll help more families get ahead. It's not just smart math, it's the right thing to do.
Democrat Matt Meyer for governor.
Award-winning actor James Earl Jones has died. Jones' career spanned more than 6 decades. While Jones was well known for the many roles he played on Broadway, on television, and in the movies, it was his signature voice that made him stand apart. Some of his iconic roles were ones where we never saw him on the screen, voicing the evil Darth Vader in Star Wars and as Mufasa in The Lion King. He also was the voice of CNN for years. Jones also had many roles where he did appear on screen, including The Sting and Dr. Strangelove. He also appeared on Broadway in The Great White Hope. Jones was 93. No cause of death was revealed, but a representative said he was surrounded by family when he died Monday. To Dover now. Bally's Dover Casino will host its annual 9/11 blood drive on Wednesday. This marks the 18th year that Dover Motor Speedway and the Blood Bank of Delmarva have partnered for the event. It goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the Diamond Rooms on the 4th floor of Bally's. Moving now to sports, Delmarva Christian Field Hockey was off to a perfect start, but the Royals had their hands full with Sussex Tech. Here's DSN's Tim Nolan.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, let's not waste any time and get right into the crosstown rivalry. Sussex Tech opening the season against Delmarva Christian. First minute of the game, Peyton Miller. Look what I found. Ball falls right at her feet, and she puts the Ravens up by a goal. Not even a minute later, the senior, she's on the move again. Peyton Miller streaking down the field, Goalie Bella Marinelli for the Royals holding the pad out, and all she can do is hope. Miller scores again, perfectly placed. It's 2-0 Tech. But the Royals netminder, she had an answer. Another scrum in front of the net. Marinelli sprawling out for the stop. Whistle sounds. Delmarva Christian gets a chance to clear. Still in the first, a flock by the goal mouth. Shelby Ray's stick just a tad quicker than Marinelli. The Ravens jump on top 3-0. Second quarter now. Ray, she's just showing off. Backhanded, no look, come on. Ravens flying high in the opener, up 4-0. Third quarter, it was Hayden Ballback's turn to shine. First, the redirection. Off the feed from fellow senior Hannah Walls. And then later in the quarter, a magnificent stop from Marinelli, but she just couldn't slow it down enough. Ballback's there to clean up, but there would be no shutout in Georgetown. Haley Jones denied on her first shot. Fooled her once, shame on Tech. The junior stays resilient. DC's first goal scored by Haley, but Tech wins this one by a final score of 6-1. That's it for sports. Have a good night, everybody.
The UV Index Weather Report is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism. Somewhere to smile about.
The bold, creamy smoothness of Hardee's new cold brew coffee with the made-from-scratch goodness of Hardee's famous breakfast. A delicious new way to power your morning. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Delaware needs campaign finance reform like HB 292. So why is Bethany Hall Long silent? Maybe because she broke the law. An investigation by a former FBI chief confirms Hall Long paid herself nearly $300,000 from her campaign, then falsified records and lied about doing an audit. Tell Bethany Hall Long to support campaign finance reform bill HB 292. Paid for by Change Can't Wait PAC. Learn more about Change Can't Wait PAC at elections.delaware.gov.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. We are professional grade GMC.
Pets are cute. Until they're not. Forgive your best friend. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Feel the rush of adventure and the thrill of incredible savings at Gateway Subaru. Save up to $2,700 on a new 2025 Subaru Outback with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. Or save up to $2,400 off a new 2024 Subaru Crosstrek with financing rates as low as 1.9% for 48 months. And be among the first to drive the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Stop in and reserve yours today. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
The greatest meal deal for your buck? Hardee's Original Bag, just $6.99. Loaded with your choice of 2 full-size favorites, plus fries and a drink. All for just $6.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Our Bulwark Plaza camera, we're at 64 degrees right now. Winds out of the north, relatively calm, staying clear, falling to 58 degrees as early as 3 o'clock in the morning. Our quick Delaware primary forecast, 67 at 9 o'clock, 79 by 1 o'clock lunchtime voting. We'll have temperatures in the low 80s, so it should be very comfortable for you to exercise your right to vote. Our UV index is going to be a level 7 for the next few days in a row, dropping to a 5 by Friday. But you can always keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast is just a call away. And finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling extended forecast.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next. If you're looking for more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app, and you can join us tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.